welcome back to my channel. It's Hillary Jubilee. I am a 2-time certified life coach. Here on my channel, we normally talk about manifestation, conscious creation, and the law of assumption. So if you're into those topics, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below and we'll get right into the video. Today's video is about... There's kids yelling outside. I don't know if my mic will pick that up. We got a fresh mic. Okay, let's get back into the video. It is about the law of reversibility. So this is a law that Neville Goddard talks about in his book, Prayer, the Art of Believing. So I'm gonna read a little excerpt from Neville's book about the law of reversibility before we get going. For a long time, electricity was produced by friction without ever a thought that friction in turn could be produced by electricity. Whether or not man succeeds in reversing the transformation of a force, he knows, nevertheless, that all transformations of force are reversible. If heat can produce mechanical motion, so mechanical motion can produce heat. If electricity produces magnetism, magnetism too can develop electric currents. Cause and effect, energy and matter, action and reaction are the same and interconvertible. So that's from chapter 1 of Neville Goddard's Prayer, the Art of Believing. Bambi! Bambi! Bambi is having a time out there. So how you relate this to conscious creation and manifestation is if your outer world and 3D circumstances can affect how you feel and your state of being, then how you feel and your state of being can affect your outer world and your 3D circumstances. So what we're conditioned and brought up to do is to be a reactor and to react to our outside environment, right? So I feel upset because of this person, or I feel... Bambi! Or I feel upset because of this circumstance, or I feel this because of that. So you're constantly pointing outside of you for why you feel the way you do. Placing your happiness or your negativity or your negative feelings or your positive feelings, any way that you feel, if you're being affected by your outside environment, you're being a reactor rather than a creator. So we want to flip it on its head. We want to create a new state of being from within ourselves, regardless of what is going on around us, because we know the world be crazy right now. So anyways, we know that it's crazy out there, but for that reason, it's really important that we learn the skill of cultivating a new state of being from within, rather than constantly being a reactor to our environment. And as I say this, please know that I am human as well, and I have to remind myself of this. I get sucked into the 3D. I get sucked into outer circumstances, what other people think, what other people are doing, and it just really can bring me down sometimes. And I just want to be completely honest with you. I'm not perfect by any means, and sometimes I get sucked into it and I forget who I am. I forget oh, wait a minute, I forgot, we're actually God. We don't need to, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. We will be much better off if we can control our state of being from within and not allow outer circumstances to constantly be nudging us off our path. We need to hold strong and be able to, have that inner strength to not let things on the outside of us bother us as much as they do sometimes, right? So nothing changes if nothing changes. If we want to see change in our 3D circumstances, if we're still feeling the same old ways and reacting to the same old things over and over and over again, what is insanity? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So we need to be different from within. We're not changing our outer circumstances to feel better. We're not saying, I need you to do this to feel better. Why aren't you doing this? I feel shitty, so you need to change so I can feel better. Victim, victim, victim. We need to get away from the victim. We're powerful creators. If you're placing your happiness or, your worth on an SP, on whatever that next big step is, whatever something you're trying to manifest. I'll be happy when, I'll be happy if this person does that, when they come back, when, point, out, no, turn it around. Law of reversibility. When you shift from within, you will see a shift on your outer circumstances. Just forget about it, go within. I was saying to a coaching client the other day, you can only consume so much material, because she was saying she's getting a bit confused. She's like, state of being, everyone is you pushed out. Like, meditation, visualization, there's so much out there, and I've experienced this myself as well. I was just saying to her, you can only consume so much material before you drive yourself nuts. If you know about this content, you know that you can create with your imagination, you know that you can change your circumstances with your state of being and with solely yourself. It's nothing else that manifests. There's not that next thing. Oh, if I buy this course, oh, if I watch this next video, I'll figure it out. Something will click, click, click. No, you have to do the work, and you have you can only consume so much material before your ego will start to, it might start to, you might start to beat yourself up. You might start to get confused. You might start to get disheartened if you're just constantly, there's nothing wrong with consuming material, but if you're not also putting in the work as well, because just hearing of imagination creates reality and hearing of the law of reversibility and hearing of Neville Goddard's testimonials or whatever, if you're not putting something into practice and persisting in that practice every single day and being different from within, nothing's going to change, and you're going to not feel great because I know this, why aren't I doing it? You need to do it. It takes discipline, and you need to do it. And I speak from experience. I've been down that path where I will just buy course after course, and it's like, oh, well, this will make me, everything will change after I buy this course, and have this habit of buying courses and not finishing them, starting things and not finishing them. Oh, it's this next, reaching, right? We're always reaching for that next thing. What is the next thing that's going to make me feel good in here? No, it comes from within. So law of reversibility, if the outer circumstances in your outer world can affect how you feel, then it's reversible, and how you feel can affect your outer circumstances. So we need to learn how to change our state of being from within ourselves so that we will eventually see a change in our world, and not to get something, but as a lifelong lifestyle change to feel better no matter what is going on outside of us. And that is the beauty of changing your state of being. I will say that one really amazing way to train your brain is meditation, because I know a lot of people, sometimes you hear, oh, meditation. It's yeah, all of what successful people do, there's habits that successful people do, and one of them is meditation, right? Even if you do 5 minutes, if you can discipline your mind and learn to discipline, it's not easy. You don't just sit down and you're like, oh, wow, that was amazing. It's no, you practice it. You practice, and you get better at controlling your mind. And when you get better at controlling your mind, you're better at controlling where your focus goes, right? And where focus goes, energy flows, and you're able to create your future better if you can take your attention off circumstances and, things in the 3D that are the same old, so you keep creating the same old. So if you don't put your attention on something other than the same old, you're not going to get anything, manifested other than the same old if you're not doing your work. So I will recommend, if you've never heard of him, I'm sure you have, but if you have not, Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's healed countless people of crazy health conditions that are irreversible. So I would highly recommend looking at his YouTube channel and all of his testimonials. He has week-long retreats and stuff like that, but people have healed themselves at home with his meditations. And I know some people, it doesn't resonate with everybody, his style, right? But there's different types of meditations. Even Neville Goddard always says, and now let us go into the silence. So he's talking about meditation, right? So if you can implement some sort of meditation, there's walking meditations, laying down before you go to bed in the morning. Personally, I've committed to doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations every single day now, because, it's just a way to center yourself. And, if the first thing you do is you wake up and you look at your phone and you are, distracted by whatever crazy stuff is going on in the world, or whatever somebody commented or whatever somebody posted, or, if you're getting sucked into that first thing in the morning, that sets the tone for your entire day. So for myself, I like to get up early and do a meditation so that I'm centered for the day. Otherwise, it can pull me down a path I don't want to go on. So just wanted to recommend, meditation every single day, because I know, I don't know, where my audience is at, but some people are really, really repelled by it. They're like, oh, I can't, my thoughts just go crazy. It's yeah, you practice it. You sit with them and you allow them to, it's not you're not forcing something. You're just sitting there and allowing it yourself to be. and bring your attention back to your breath, or however you want to do it. But I would not reject it if you're like, oh, I've tried meditation, it doesn't work for me. It's something that you practice and you get better at and you're better at. You have to commit to yourself. It's really connecting with yourself. But anyways, that's a long rant about meditation, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.